Welcome to the program, everyone. How you going? It's Friday, the 15th of October, 2021, and just arriving in her pajamas. Sophia Mantel, how you going there?
Very well, thanks.
Awesome.
Made a little hot chocky. I was just
Fabulous.
getting over here. Also made a hot water bottle.
Was it cold?
No.
It's just part of the cozy routine.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's what I do every night without fail. Little hot water bottle.
So good. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. There is a lot of opportunities. The show's called Talkback. A lot of opportunity for you to chat. You can jump in our comments and write a little comment. It's going to show up. Yeah, you could also jump on the hot seat and be part of the show. All you got to do is follow the link, which is going to be in the comments section, and that will get you right here with us on screen, and you can share your opinion.
Does that make sense? Are you explaining it?
I think so. I am.
Okay, I don't know. If you want to put your own face in a little camera box like ours and talk to us on the internet, you have to push the button, the link that says Restream, in the Facebook comments. Or you can just comment in the Facebook comments area and that will pop up to our right. And then we'll put it on screen and you can join in that way, like Michelle Hall has just done. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
You know, I went to the dairy today.
Yeah.
And you know how they still have those sign in, by writing your name thing?
Yeah.
Someone had taken the liberty to put your mum as
that's
the
awesome.
name. And I was like, yeah, right on, kid.
Fantastic. Okay, well, that's pretty interesting. Hey, we've got our special guest Jo Raj joining us in a couple of seconds. She's just arrived in the lobby. I just want to say hi to Michelle in Avondale. Hi, Michelle from Avondale. Fantastic.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, we've got you. We've got you.
I've missed you guys past few nights.
Where have
What's
you been?
been
What's happening?
I haven't been feeling too well, so I thought I'd just stay off, just migraines and shit. But I'm transferring over to the other computer so you can see me better.
Wonderful.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
take your
but
time.
no, I wanted to come on tonight anyway, so I made it.
Yay.
Excellent,
Nice to have you
Michelle. Yeah.
How
We'll
you
chat
guys?
with you very shortly, okay? You just hold there right there.
Yeah, sure.
Getting to our fact checker, Benny. Welcome to the program. Friday.
How you doing, everybody?
Good man.
Bloody Friday.
Bloody
How
hell.
exciting is that? I am so stoked. Super Saturday tomorrow. Everybody's going to get spiked. It's a beautiful thing.
Are you going to go and do that?
Oh, I'm all over it. But no, I won't be rushing out to get spiked tomorrow. I think it could potentially be a real shit fight out there, but we're gonna be following it. I believe we're gonna be following it, so I'm excited for that. And I suggest everybody rush out wherever you are, scramble yourself, muster yourself. I don't know, jump on at the Earnsville, jump on a freaking Dreamliner, just get out there and get spiked.
Well,
Fantastic,
yeah, there's free buses and free trains.
It's pretty cool how the government's the only ones allowed to run huge events in this country at the moment, but I'm sure a lot of event organisers will appreciate that wholeheartedly.
Everyone else, absolutely not. We're going to have a giant party in the park.
Exactly.
I don't think it's a party, guys, but get in the spirit. Jesus. Hold the line, everyone. We'll get back to you very shortly, mate. Jeez. You soon. Special guest number one has arrived. Jo Raj. Hi there. How are you? If you got us, we got you.
We're looking at you right now.
Oh my God, sorry guys, sorry. You know what? Your audio just went like completely, and I was like, what's happened? And I was like, damn, this bloody audio.
What's happened? Oh, it's on me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
God. Hi guys.
How are you, lovely
Nice to see
lady?
your faces.
And you.
Yeah.
What's been
You're
happening
good.
over the last, feels like a decade since I last saw you.
I think it pretty much was, wasn't it, babe? Yeah. Are you guys in different places in Auckland, or are you like?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm
No,
at 8.
you're
I'm
right.
at.
How are the kids? Oh God, this feels like we're having like a personal catch up on your
That's
actual show.
okay.
Sorry.
You're allowed to do that because it's our show.
Actually,
Yeah.
facts. You can talk about whatever you want.
Exactly.
They're so good. They're
So
so
what's
good.
happening, team?
Valentina is 4 years old on Sunday.
Holy shit. Oh, okay, am I allowed to
Yes,
swear?
you're also allowed
Oh,
to
yeah.
swear.
Okay,
You're allowed to
I'm
swear.
good. Really? Gosh, that's just flown by, man. I remember when you were
know.
pregnant.
I know. And how are
That's
you
crazy.
guys? I've been
we're good.
seeing
We're really good.
lots of things going on online with Ganesh's stuff. What are you doing?
Yeah, crazy.
Well,
Oh
like-
no, I'm good. I'm kind of in that weird kind of between production zones where you can't film anything, obviously, because of the levels, and but I've got 2 documentaries that are we're just on hold, one for Germany overseas and one for New Zealand, and then I've got another drama series, web series that we're just waiting to shoot, and we were supposed to shoot, and then lockdown happened, and then we're just in that horrible holding pattern that everyone's in, really. So yeah,
that
that's
sounds
kind of
really
life.
exciting, though.
Yeah. It is
For-
exciting.
For those of you that don't know, Joe and Ganesh owned, God, I'm not going to remember the name of it
The
now.
Tasting Shed
Tasting
restaurant
Shed,
out in
yep,
Cumu.
that's right.
Yes, that's okay. We still own it.
Do you?
It's still, we're just able to do takeaways at the moment, but that's kind of more Ganesh's bag really at the moment. I've stepped away a lot. I just deal with my lovely weddings and my couples and my events and things like that. But no, I'm fully back in television and television world mode now. So
and you've moved back into town, haven't you?
we have. So Carly's, our daughter, is now 16. So that will be your guys' mind.
Whoa!
She's
Wow.
driving, and she's. I know, it's crazy. So we moved back into the city about, oh God, it would have been about 5 years ago now, maybe. When they're at that age where they want to go and meet up with their friends and be a bit more independent and go and do stuff. And I didn't really want to spend my life driving her to and from places in Cumu. So so we moved back into the city, and she's a city gal now. So we love it. So Ganesh still makes the trek out to Cumu pretty much every day, but he's always against traffic usually, so it's all right.
That's good.
It's only 10 minutes. Yeah.
Is he still funny as all hell, old Ganesh?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're gonna be locked up with somebody in a house, at least make sure they've got a sense of humor. Thank God.
Exactly. And what I love about Ganesh,
the teenage kind of what's the word, tolerance maybe of
Yeah.
the funny father is probably reaching its.
yeah.
Actually, it's probably past, to be fair. So.
But the other thing about Ganesh is not only is he funny, hilarious generally, he's got a great comedian's face.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, the
He
facial
is funny.
expressions alone. Yeah.
But he can also do like a deadpan and be like right up in your face, and you're like,
yeah.
is he
I think that's his ninja trick. I think is where people are like, hang on, are you fucking with me, or are you like?
Exactly.
And to be fair, after 21 years together, sometimes I still also wonder this. So
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. So what else is new? I want to tell you about my new show.
Yes.
We managed earlier this year to film a beautiful new drama series that's launching on TVNZ on demand on Monday, this coming Monday the 18th.
Cool.
And it's called The Pact. And it is, we're super proud of it. It's a pretty hairy subject, I suppose. It's when the head of a family is diagnosed with Alzheimer's, they decide they would like to be euthanized. And obviously we've decided, the launch date of the series is happening very much when the End of Life Act in New Zealand comes into play, which is only in 2 more weeks, I think November the 7th.
Wow.
So each episode kind of is based around each member of the family and how they feel about that decision and those kind of the roll-on effects of that and what's going on in their own lives. We've got this amazing cast. We've got Irene Wood, who people may remember from Go Girls, and we've got so she's beautiful in her 70s. We love the fact that we have our number one cast member is a woman in her 70s, and her husband is played by Sir Ian Mune, so we've got acting royalty on that as well.
So cool.
We've got the amazing Bronwyn Bradley, Kirk Torrance, Timmy Cameron, who some of the younger viewers may remember, was on Shortland Street, Fussy Tour, Amosa, and Niwa Fataru. I haven't got my cars list in front of me.
saw
That's so
this
bad.
And
I know
yeah.
Fussy. Fussy's great.
actually.
Fussy's awesome. He actually has a really fabulous role. I don't want to give too much away, but maybe some of you should, after this, Google the term death doula and find out what that is. I'm sure you've all heard about a birth doula, but maybe not a death one. So, yeah.
Awesome.
I saw this on someone's story today, and I was like,
right.
Yes. And I was having a little gander at it. I had no idea you had anything to do with it.
Yeah, well, it was written and created by the amazing Natalie Medlock and Harry Dickinson, and they've written it, and then Harry is producing it and brought me in to co-produce with him because it was his first time producing. So, and he just smacked it out of the park. I really didn't need to be there at all. So, and the amazing Peter Salmon has directed it, and he's just been nominated. They've got an international Emmy for Inside.
We just interviewed him the other day.
Yeah. So Peter directed The Pact and did a beautiful job. Yeah. So we've got this really amazing team of people around it that have. I think we're gonna come out of the dark a bit on this one. I think people will be pretty blown away by something like this. We're really proud of it. It's a different looking drama than you normally see, I think, in New Zealand and on New Zealand screens.
Smart ass.
It's not at all like Celebrity Treasure Island.
What a question.
But if euthanasia was a challenge in this in Celebrity Treasure Island, then I could potentially say yes. It's very much like that.
I'm quite glad that it's not like Celebrity Treasure Island.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I mean, there is some nudity, So look, I just say, look, stay tuned, and you never know, you might just get a flash of something.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
No.
How many episodes?
What's that?
How many episodes?
6 episodes, 6 half-hour episodes. So you can binge it all on Monday. Look, God knows we're in a lockdown. You might as well sit there and just smash it all out in one go.
And what kind of mood should we be in to kind of watch it? Is this like, what a day I've had? Now let's sit down to watch this. Is this one where you can have dinner and on your lap and watch it in the lounge, or is this a kind of a?
I think this is definitely a curl up on the lounge with a bottle of wine type. Kind of one. I wouldn't say that it's one for the kids necessarily.
Yeah,
but it's definitely makes you. It's not as dark and dreary as the whole subject of death and dying. There's actually some really beautiful moments and really, really positive, gorgeous new moments as well. So yeah, it's a mixed bag, but it's not Celebrity Treasure Island.
Yeah, thank God. Okay, excellent. Isn't it good? So does this get a run on TV, or is it just exclusively on demand?
It is on demand exclusively at the moment. We have heard that it will be rescreening again on linear on TV1 at some point later in the year. So we're just waiting on a date for that. But so it will be seen later on in the year. But I think most people nowadays are kind of live in the world of digital, don't we? We're not really appointment viewing anymore. Well, maybe in lockdown we are because we haven't got anywhere else to be. I mean, I know myself, I am tuned into the Chase every day at 5 o'clock. So, I'm definitely appointment viewing on that. But and let's not forget our 1 p.m. updates because there's.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys vaccinated?
Yeah, double.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I got mine really early, So Sophia kind of kicked it all off and said, "Hey, we all need to go and get vaccinated." And I was like, "Oh, okay, sure, sweet." And then we got double vaxxed just before the lockdown and all that. And I was like, "Yeah,
good on you!" Right, really far ahead of the game.
So we had a family member in our bubble.
While I'm listening
to of course, yes.
Okay,
in our bubble who was high risk, so you can take your whole bubble. And so I wanted to just do that. I was a little bit nervous as to whether we were going to end up with AstraZeneca. And so
I
was like, let's just go. Oh my God, get us out of here. I think we had our second one maybe a couple of days before lockdown, maybe on the Monday.
Wow, that's amazing timing. That's so good.
So that was good. It was a wee bit of a rubbish one on the second dose for me for a couple of days, but
same. I found that. Yeah, I just found I was really achy all down that side. It just felt like you kind of were like, okay, I there is something traveling through my system. You kind of definitely felt that. But honestly, you feel a bit, I don't know, bulletproof, I suppose. Now I'm out and about, and with a mask on, of course, but you just feel just a little bit better about being out
you
and about.
definitely do. I think you feel like, okay, I'm on the right side of kind of getting myself organized. I guess, like, and being a producer, surely you're one for organization.
Oh my God, yeah. And for production, and for production as well, for us to even be able to consider coming back into, we've been so, the only production that can happen at the moment is Shortland Street. I write for Shortland Street as well. And, it's crazy how that show has, I mean, SPP have kind of led the way, in terms of probably for a lot of countries around the world in terms of how to run a production under a level 3. My first piece of advice is, as a producer, don't run a production under level 3 unless you're a show like Shortland Street, because you're in a studio with really defined crews and departments, but and they can do that because it's that kind of show. But anything else, other than level 2 or less is almost impossible, because we're in such close contact with one another, whether it's hair and makeup or whether it's actors and other actors. And like, I had a whole Shorty Street script that I'd written and delivered just before lockdown, or just in lockdown, and then we had our lockdown extended, and so I got the script sent back to say, you need to rewrite any scenes where they pass each other anything, or they hug or anything. So I had to go through all the script and find anything where there was any sort of physical interaction, because they couldn't shoot it. So that was a challenge to try to, how do you kind of come up with ideas or how do you get across emotional scenes without physically having somebody kind of, react to the other actor.
What's a Shortland Street policy on? You got to be vaccinated to be a crew member or an actor these days? Is it
to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. As a writer, I get to work, from home and not have to be part of that whole setup. But I do know that they are, I believe that they operate in quite strict bubbles. So there's only certain actors and crew members are within that bubble, and they don't cross over. So it's really, really well organized. It's pretty amazing, actually, how they even achieve it. So, but moving forward for production, it just makes sense that, people are vaccinated. And as a producer, our duty of care is always to be, health and safety is always paramount anyway. But now we have to now be doubly, careful. We have to have, always have, hand sanitizer on set, masks, gloves, no more kind of, afternoon tea or lunches where people are, sharing from the same kind of, buffet thing. It's always like individually packed lunches now and things like that.
It's
so
quite
that's
nice though, because on set, when you get the craft and you go and kind of, you're walking around, it's always really awkward. Like, you take your little.
Who's that manky guy over there? And I'm pretty sure he didn't wash his hands.
Yeah. God, someone's put the meatball one in the salad.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and also, New Zealand won't be without its Shortland Street, right? I mean, that shit carries on. That's a must. It's like a essential viewing, isn't it, for some people?
It will never go. It will never leave, and that's amazing. Like, I remember. So what year is it now? I'm losing
2021.
So 2000, I think it was 2017. I did the 25-year anniversary documentary special, and so coming up next year will be 30 years.
Wow. Okay.
So. And I think this last year's COVID, I believe, was the first time in its history that it ever stopped production.
Right. Okay. Hey, have you, as a writer, do you kind of pitch ideas? You want to do this and that with a character, and they go, season 9, episode 23. Sorry, done that, and you kind of get pushed back because it's like, wow.
Well, Shorty's a bit of a different beast, I think, because they have, usually in big drama shows or ongoing drama shows like that, you have what's called a storylining room, where so they will sort of come up with a group of ideas for what's going to happen down the track, and they work really far in advance, and then they would then assign an episode to to a writer such as myself. So I'll get sent a episode outline and kind of with beats of what needs to happen in the storyline, and then it's up to me how I kind of play that out, obviously working with the story producer and just making sure that I haven't gone completely off track, or that I haven't introduced something that they go, no, that can't happen, because in tomorrow's episode, which you haven't got, that's going to happen in that place. So you're like, okay.
Weird to write so separately though. Do you find it strange? Does it take a while to get used to it?
It did at first for me because it was kind of my first experience in writing drama. Normally in the shows that I've done before, I've written, around tables like comedy or, different types of or factual or documentary style. So you've got a group of people that are kind of all throwing ideas around. Yeah. And so the idea of just then being handed this sort of as an episode outline and then go, do with it what you will. And, but it was really weird for me, I think, the first time, because I know the show so well because over the last 20 years, I've done all of their kind of main milestone specials. Right. So I know the characters really, really well, weirdly so. So when I'm writing, I actually hear Ben Barrington's voice in my head if I'm writing Drew's character, or I'll hear Rhea's voice in my head when I'm writing Harper. Like I can totally kind of imagine them because I know them from over the years and as friends as well. So it's kind of when there's a new character and I'm not, watching the show religiously, I kind of have to sometimes ring the producer and go, can you just give me the backstory, exactly what's happened? I feel like there's something that's gone on with these guys before. It kind of is reading like that in the synopsis, and then I'll get a bit of some character notes about what's happened.
I suppose because you know them so well, some of that stuff, I hate to say this, but could almost write itself, because you know what their natural reaction would be.
Yeah, and the thing is with soaps especially, I think, is that the audience like to hear their characters sound like themselves. Like if Chris Warner suddenly turned around and sounded like some, I don't know, speaker. I don't know. I can't even begin to describe what he could sound like other than Chris Warner. But if he didn't, I mean, the thing with Shorty is that a lot of people might kind of sniff their noses at it, but at the end of the day it's really loved and it's really authentic. Like it's a soap opera and it's television, so but it's real and the characters are real in the sense that they are who they are. They're not trying to be these kind of superheroes that run around in capes secretly and all the rest of it. It's Shorty.
Yeah, totally.
I do love though whenever I go to any form of medical facility for anything and people you're just talking away to a nurse or something and you'll tell them and they'll ask you about what what you're working on at the moment or whatever, and if you talk about Shorty, it's just, I love the litany of stuff that you get told needs to happen, or but a lot of they've got nurse advisors and everybody on the show that are amazing, and a lot of people go, that was really well done, and you go, oh, that's good, I'll let them
that's cool.
Know. Good.
And because it's very Seinfeld, but have you ever done a episode for yourselves? I know it's wasting money, you probably can't, but when nothing happens on Shorten Street, it's like they get up.
I do feel that there are some episodes that potentially don't have quite as much going on as others. Potentially, and but there's always something happening. Where,
it's got to be right.
Yeah, and Shorty's one of those shows that's got quite a bit of comedy to it as well. Yeah, there's quite a lot, especially when you've got characters like Dawn or Damo or people like that they kind of lend themselves to being written in a really. You can have a bit more fun with those characters when you're writing them, and definitely take a bit more.
Cool job.
It is fun. It's really fun, actually. So, I'm and it's amazing to be able to still keep working and doing that during lockdowns because, you can't go and film anything else at the moment.
How long does it take to get through an episode of writing? Like, that must be quite a lot. How many pages is that for one episode, do you reckon?
Well, the thing with Shorty scripts, and it kind of breaks the rules a wee bit about script writing, because at the moment I'm writing a feature film of my own, and the general rule with feature films or drama is that it's about a minute per page is what when you're writing. That's kind of but that's because those sorts of scripts you have quite a lot of visual description, like the car pulls up in front of the house and then there's a dog barking in the distance, like you get to describe all of that, and then you'll write some dialogue. But Shorty's a lot different because you'll have the scene, like it might be in the cafeteria or it might be in the Warner house or whatever, in the kitchen, and that's pretty much all you need to describe. And then maybe what the character's doing, like Chris hangs up the phone and turns to look at such and such, and that's about all that you'll write because everything else is dialogue. And so Shorty's one of those shows that's really radio with pictures. It's all dialogue. You don't it isn't really a drama series, it isn't like a feature film or another kind of more long form drama series where you can cut to a shot of a water droplet coming down the window as the character sits and looks out with their glass of wine. And, it's not one of those types of shows. So a shorty script can be for the 23 minutes, it can sort of usually run about 60 pages.
Wow.
Of
Okay.
script. Yeah. Yeah, 50 to 60 pages. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Having to learn all those lines as a character, they're probably supposed to be used to it.
Oh man, you know what? I will. This is why I will never ever hear anybody criticize Short and Street, because that show, it's in the Guinness Book of Records for the fastest turnaround show in the world. And they pretty much shoot it almost as live, if that's the right word to describe it. They smash out so much content in a day, and you hear about other shows that like I've worked on other dramas where you've got like 3 weeks to shoot 2 episodes, or 1 episode, and Shorty does 5 a week. That's what they turn around per week. So
do you people get poached for like General Hospital or Neighbours or Home and Away? Do they like?
Well, come on, look how many Shorty Street stars have done overseas. Like how many have gone off to do all these amazing things, and come on, it's
where they cut their teeth, isn't it?
What's that?
It's sort of where you cut your teeth, I suppose. If you can get on Short and Street, it's going to give you a boost, like Home and Away type scenario.
100%. Yeah. And also, I think Kiwi actors have really, really great reputations and crews around the world because we are, we're just, people like Kiwi actors and they like Kiwi crews because we just have a get on with it kind of number 8 wire, I suppose, mentality where there's no bullshit. I can say this, and I'm Australian. Australian actors kind of considered the same, but we are, Australian actors now are getting a little bit LA. They are.
Oh yeah, totally, absolutely.
Just a touch.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a
smidge. So I moved here. I've done the reverse. Migration.
I'm glad.
Good on you, Joe.
It's great.
Excellent.
Yeah,
hey, so just to quickly recap, the Pact starts on TVNZ on demand on Monday, and this is Joe Raj who put that together from a fantastic story, and so you can binge it, go crazy. 60 episodes.
I was in a support mode. I'm gonna jump in on you there, but yes, no, we're very excited. Yep. Thank you so much for inviting me on to talk about it, because we're
thank you so much for coming on.
You guys love it.
Absolutely, I'm gonna go watch it on Monday. I'm gonna binge it. I'm going to try and binge it. I like to watch it all in one.
Okay, a couple of trigger warnings. I'm just going to let people know out there. There's, there's some euthanasia. Some people are quite upset about some things, some aspects of it. So I'm just going to let people know that there is some confronting topic matter.
Don't watch it if you're a sensitive Sally.
No.
Or watch it like this.
Well, no, watch it if you're a sensitive Sally. Just make sure that you're not alone, or you have somebody to talk to afterwards.
Have some tissues nearby.
Here's our fact checker, Benny Mack.
Like you would do normally, Benny, eh?
Exactly.
When you're watching something.
Oh, you're totally right. My emotions are just under the surface. Sometimes I don't know if I'm going to break down or break out laughing.
I think you should do a live stream of you watching the Pact.
I would watch that.
Ooh, a live react.
Yeah.
We'll have to get the rights for that. But that sounds freaking awesome.
I'll leave it to that to TVNZ for you. See how we go.
Yeah,
cool.
Totally.
I actually worked recently with Kirk Torrance on Mystic. I work as a freelance grip as well.
Do you want to hear a funny story about Kirk on the Pact?
I'd love to. He's a character.
One of the bedroom scenes the house scenes that happen in his house are actually my house, and we had bought. Just the week before we started shooting, my husband and I had bought this brand new mattress, and it's so fucking comfortable. It's ridiculous. And I feel like I'm going to do a plug for the mattress company, and I don't want to, but I'm going to. And it's called Winkle, and it's one of those kind of like, it's so good. Anyway, so they're shooting this scene. They've got a bedroom scene, and they're shooting it. And then I was like, okay, well, this is, all the crew, everybody's in my bedroom. This isn't weird, whatever, fine. And they've finished shooting the scene. Everybody goes back downstairs to shoot the kitchen scene. I'm like, where the fuck is Kirk? So I'm going down to try to find him. He's upstairs asleep on my bed.
Oh,
He didn't want to
On your
leave because
winkle.
he said the mattress was too comfortable. I was like, dude, get
Oh.
out of my bed, please. It's no longer a set. We are wrapped in this scene. Please leave.
Get out of the
Yeah.
winkle, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
it's quite
Get off
incredible
the
how
bed.
it's incredible how fast actors and actresses can get comfortable in a new set and find a comfortable place to curl up and fall asleep.
I know.
Yeah.
Actors can sleep anywhere, can't they?
Yeah, as far as Australian Kiwi actresses go, I just worked with Rebecca Gibney down south.
Oh, were you
Under the
working on Under the
Vines?
Vines? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
She was such a joy to work with, and
Isn't she
also
fabulous?
Simon Tutty, DOP.
Tuts. So he was a Shorty Street alumni. There you go.
Yeah,
well, hey.
yeah. And I also
another
was
one.
actually
As a
I was
DOP.
actually on Shortland Street as a child. I was only on like one episode, but I had a really good limp.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Were you a
right, yeah.
patient?
Cute.
Were you a patient?
Yeah. I was
Did
a
you have
patient.
any lines?
I think I mimed. Yeah, I definitely had lines, but they were all silent.
They
All
didn't
I
want to
knew-
pay for like if you had to talk.
Yeah,
Like,
because you know that
different
you're
line.
there's different rates for
Yeah.
extras. So if you're an extra with under, I think it's under 15 words or 15, then you get paid a different rate than if you're just an extra miming in the back like Penny.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
it's
Michelle's
awesome.
Michelle was on Shorten Street as well, weren't you, Michelle?
Hi, Michelle.
Yes, I was. Hang on. Shit, hang on.
Turn that down, please.
Sorry about that. Oh, shit.
Talk
She's a
back,
real
and it's
king for this
classic.
one.
Hang on.
She's actually a full-time medical patient. She drives around town in a power chair.
All right, we'll come back to you, Michelle. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey,
trying to figure
yeah, a lot of people loving your work though, Joe.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, Carly Meyer.
That's
hi, Joe.
that's
Hey,
my
your
daughter.
Oh, that's Carly.
And I actually, when I was a kid in the 90s, I was lucky enough to meet Guy Warner and Chris Warner, the Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. Well,
I always
and
liked
that was Chris
Waverley.
Parker, of course, and Michael Galvin.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
Chris
Yeah.
Parker is now based, or mostly he was based in LA, and he's done pretty well. There's a whole bunch of people now that are just like smashing it overseas from
So
Shorty.
good.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Hey, thanks for joining us. I've got to get to my next guest in the waiting room. Joe, a real pleasure, and let's catch up soon. Thank you.
Talk soon. Love you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya. Bye-bye. Talkback with Thane and Sophia wants to put you in the draw for a box of Lover Pie pies. Here's the incentive. We want to grow this beautiful community. All you got to do is share the show. Share the show on Facebook. One share is one entry into a delicious box of Lover Pie pies that will draw this Friday. Okay, 9:33. Again, you can jump back on the show and chat to us. The link is in the comments, and then have a little bit of a chat with us. But we'll get our second guest, Xavia, here now. Let's go there. Thanks for waiting for us, Xavia. How are you?
That's all right. I'm good, thanks. It's actually Xavia.
Xavia. Sorry, Xavia. Xavia. Well, pardon
That's
me.
not the first time I've heard it.
Oh, excellent. Hey, so that's Xavia from Xavia's Masks on Facebook. And look at that. Is that your kid in the background there? Or someone's broken in?
Yeah. Some bloke broke into my house while I wasn't looking. Use my shaver.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong. Well, welcome to the program. Nice to have you on, and pretty much got you on because of this. I was scanning through the old social media, and then I was like, that is a beard mask. That's the first beard mask I have ever seen, and I thought, I've got to get that great New Zealander on. Hey, did you come up with it yourself? How did this happen?
Didn't, to be honest.
Okay, that's all right.
August, the last lockdown, I started sewing masks, like normal people masks.
Yeah,
And when I started up again this time, someone messaged me and said, hey, my partner's got a massive beard. Can you make a mask that'll fit him?
Yes.
So I looked and I found a pattern and I did it, and I hated every minute of it. So I never told anyone else that I was going to do it. But then the guy in the photo there, he's my phone repair man. And I saw him standing down the road with his kids with his beard like blowing over his shoulder.
Yeah.
I thought that's a problem when people you've seen it, eh? You've probably been it where they've got like mask and then
I mean, we've got a guy here. I mean, this is what it looks like here. Have a look at your screen now. This is kind of like a guy with a beard trying to wear a mask. I mean, it's just all over the bloody shop.
So awkward.
Awful. Yeah.
yeah, it's
God.
really
He's eating it.
effective.
He's now eating it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
good. Oh, man, he's still going for it. Look at him. He's really having trouble there. You kidding me?
The headphones are a great add-on for that whole situation.
Yeah, straighten your sunglasses while you wear that mask, mate. Jeez. Yeah, not amazing. So, and they've been popular.
Well, I've only started advertising them, and everyone that I've made, I've got 2 left.
Yeah.
Wow. Not super popular, but like I said, I haven't really been advertising them much, and I haven't done a whole lot of pre-made ones. I've just been making them to order.
Okay, great.
So mask for beards. That sounds pretty good. Someone says,
absolutely.
I hate wearing a mask, fogs up my glasses. Maybe you could do one that helps with that as well. I've noticed that. It's like because they don't sit properly. Eh?
My masks are actually good with glasses because they sit high up here. They fit close over here. They don't have a wire, but and you can sit your glasses there. And I don't wear glasses, but I've had awesome feedback from glasses wearers that they don't fog up your glasses.
That's good.
Yeah, and the beard ones do have a wire, so you can form it.
What about for What about for the bigger face? What have you got for that? Because I mean, again, you can have a beard, then you can have a large face like mine, and you look terrible. So can you extend it around?
I do a bigger size. Can you see that my son's got no pants on, by the way?
No.
I'm just checking.
Thank gosh. Is he giving himself his own haircut? What's the deal there?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right. He's got his undies on.
Just
it's okay. It's night time.
What was that?
He gave it a bit of a freshen up today while I was out, the hairstyle.
Right.
But he's been rocking the mullet for just over a year. Decided I should
into fashion.
Yeah.
It's come back round though, don't you reckon? I reckon the mullet's very well accepted now, and it's iconic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
It is.
Oh well.
Yes, I do a bigger mask thing. It's not huge, but so that's it on my face compared to that's the normal one.
Oh yeah, I got that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that works a whole lot better. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's where we can get them on the Facebook page. That's where you're at on your
That's
little
where I'm
thing.
at. Yeah.
And what are you
very dedicated? Because you're still making them right now, aren't you? Is that what you're doing now? Yes.
So my fabrics are all noisy little buggers, families. All my fabrics are either rescued or upcycled. So what I'm doing right now is I've got an old shirt that it's a free store down the road. People put things they don't want anymore. So here's a shirt. I've put it through a hot wash, dried it on the line. And what I'm doing now is I'm cutting the buttons off. I'm cutting all the seams and I'm cutting it all into pieces of fabric. And then I will cut the outer layer of the masks from that.
That's awesome. Go you.
And the layer is all recycled sheets, bed sheets.
Fantastic. Good.
What's the retail on these masks?
So the beard masks are $35.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the standard masks are 20 each or 3 for $45.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm very much. So I do all of these just sitting at my dining room table. How much I can sew depends on these guys, what else we've got on. Now that we've got a little bit more freedoms to go to the beach and things like that, see a few people, there's less time for sitting around sewing. But I'm kind of surprised I'm still enjoying it, to be honest. But I am.
I reckon, you know what? I mean, is this your side hustle? Do you do anything else? Or yeah,
I'm a massage therapist in real life, so I've got heaps of spare time for the next who knows how long.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's going to be right up to Christmas if you ask me. It's not getting any better.
There's rumours about school not going back.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And I don't really listen to rumours, but just can't help hearing them.
Exactly.
That's right.
But what propels you is that it's such a great side hustle that you got going on. It's priced right. It's you're doing all the right things with the upcycling and what have you. Why wouldn't you? And I bet just eases the pain, financially too. I love a good side hustle, and I always just go for it. Find something that works for you, and find something like you. If anybody else was doing it, they'd probably go, "Oh, when do I finish?" But you're all motivated, invigorated, and you knock it out of the park, which is bloody good.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm liking it. I've had heaps of ideas where I've gone like, oh, I could make this little business with craft stuff, sewing and knitting, and thought that thing. Oh, and now I will never do that again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We've got so many dead websites and bits and pieces, that kind of over the years that we thought this is going to be amazing, but
it's the one.
This is the one.
It's not the one.
No,
it's called entrepreneurial spirit, and that's okay as long as you land on one eventually, right?
It's a numbers game.
And as long as spending too much money on all of these side hustles.
Yeah. And like you've got a partner that goes, well, how much is this going to cost us? Oh, we just need to outlay for the big long. Yeah.
The old reality check.
Very well using dead stock fabrics and stuff, or reusing fabrics. That's pretty smart as well. So I mean, you're really paying for your time, but that probably helps to make the pricing more reasonable as well.
Yeah, I pretty much pay for elastic and thread.
Yeah.
There may come a point where I start paying for fabric, so we'll have to see how that goes with pricing and time and value. Because I enjoy it, but it is taking time away from my family. The kids are, Mum, you're always sewing. Why don't you play with me?
You're always on your bloody computers. Get off that Chromebook.
Yeah, exactly. Put the tablet away.
Yeah,
but there's no other choice, is there? Because you're like, get off there. And then they're like, what are you doing? And you're like, never mind, get back on.
There is always that.
It goes like this, say, get off that screen. Go play outside.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Don't ask
Get
me
off that screen. What'd you say?
Exactly.
Ben,
what have you got for us, Benny Mack? What's new over there?
We've run it through the new supercomputers. We've punched it in to all the algorithms that we could afford. And I tell you, these new masks are revolutionary. Everyone knows that I struggle with the old school masks. You just can't win. They really get you. But these new ones, these beard ones, I tell you, they're excellent. They're well positioned in their market. They've got a unique story. It's next level branding and naming. It's use of recycled upcycled textiles, and it's a homestead operation right here in little old Aotearoa. I think it's a winner. This one is going to go Globo National.
Globo National.
That sounds good.
It's fortuitous. I think it's a fruitful operation. The kid with the mullet is a great brand ambassador. Sure, he doesn't have a beard yet, but he's going to have an amazing beard. And it's going to be a great product.
Destined to have a beard.
Here, Benny. Thank you very much, Manny. Hey, I reckon you can, around where I live, they've got all the everyone dumps their clothes outside those recycle little things. You're supposed to throw them in, and I just kind of like, can't you swing past those and grab a couple of bags?
Well, we've got a free stall down in Matakana here where people put things they don't want, a mix of usable and not usable. So I go past there, but I'm in Matakana. There's no food bins for clothing bins up here.
Right, okay.
Someone hooked me up with an older sewer who's de-stashing a lot of her stuff, so I've got heaps of mint fabric from there. But men are hard. Because women's masks, I can do flowers, I can do birdies, I can do all kinds of pretty and pink. And men, they want, sorry, but you guys are really quite boring with what you will actually wear. Black denim. So I've got denim, I've got check, black, grey. Some stripes can be okay as long as they're blue or black or grey or
yeah, totally.
Man colours.
Yeah, man colours.
Man colours. Well, next time, because I go up there, I go up to the Lee Sawmill a lot because I do a lot of social media work for those guys. So if I see a couple of bags, I'll drop them in. I'll just drop them there and go grab them.
That was my first job at the Lee Sawmill.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm a Lee kid, born and bred.
Yeah, I love that. I used to go up there to Pakiri years ago. It's my favourite beach of all time. And I love that old pub. Remember there was a pub that's now kind of like a hotel?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like an upmarket type thing.
Yeah, they call it a coastal.
Coastal, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But have you found that, like, what, have Aucklanders come up there and bought everything up and now it's all kind of changing, or you kind of left your own devices up there now? And stuff?
It's very different to, I mean, Marikana, when I was a kid, there was a timber yard, there was like a sawmill where there was actually wood. There was a hammer hardware and a garage and a dairy. Right. And that was it. The only function was, because there was 4 kids, we'd all fight over who was in the front. So I would stop at Marikana because it was halfway to change who was in the front. That was all it was good for. And now it's a destination, which kind of cracks me up, to be honest.
It is. I mean, hey, are you allowed to get up there? Do you have to go through any border control, or you can just? No,
we're in Auckland region, so we've got all the same as what you guys have.
Yeah.
They have. I know that the last time we were in level 3, they did do the odd road stop at Warkworth just to see what you were up to.
Right.
But I haven't heard of anything like that happening this time.
No, because I think they say now you can travel to exercise or take your kids to the beach or something like that.
Everyone's got to come up and check on their batches.
Yeah.
A lot of holiday homes around here.
Absolutely. You got Omaha and all those guys where all the Range Rovers live. Yeah.
My partner says Chinese keep coming up and overfishing the place.
Yeah. What happens, doesn't it? Hey, and what about, I mean, if she's good weather tomorrow, every Aucklander and his dog is going to be up there.
Oh, every Aucklander and his dog's been up here ever since that first announcement, hey? That you may travel for recreation. Suddenly, like 1,000 boats, 1,000 trailers parked at the boat ramp. You know, it's pretty crazy. Like, having grown up here where there was, like, it was a quiet, Warkworth was a tiny town, Lee was tiny, Marikana was tiny. When you were going out amongst, like, the level 3 and 4, and there's not much traffic, it's kind of normal to me because that's what it was like for the first 23 years of my life. And going out now, having had the break from the busyness, it's like all these fucking cars. It's so busy, so many people you don't recognize.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Do
crazy.
You know the Ryans, or was it the Truboviches? Were they up there at that time? They were.
Ryans?
The Ryans. Yeah, the Ryans around the corner. But down by that pub and around the corner, but down the end of that road. Yeah, I used to know that family.
Oh, yeah.
And they said the same thing. I don't know if they've sold up there now, their old man's house, but yeah, it was the quietest, coolest little place ever and the best place to grow up.
Yeah, it was an awesome place to grow up.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey, look, I'm moving on, but thank you very much for your time tonight, jumping on and doing a great pitch on these beard masks. We'll put a beard mask through. No worries, and have a great day with all the Aucklanders up there.
Thanks for being patient with my noisy family in the background here.
Oh, I've got that. It's all good. Better to have them loud than quiet. You know they're up to no good when they're quiet.
I know. Silence is golden unless you've got a toddler. Then silence is terrifying.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Have a good night.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, bye. Oh, wasn't that good?
So good. I love it. The beard mask. It's genius.
Very wholesome.
That was our kind of like 7 Sharp moment, you know, when they go under the sticks and, you know, you speak to actual real Kiwis, real New Zealanders. That's bloody good. That is, you know, that's your computer in the lounge, knocking it out. Still on the tools. What nearly coming up to 10 o'clock. Brilliant.
Yeah, what did John Campbell used to say at the end of his show? It was like, our show, our people.
Yeah. That's right. And Paul Holmes, those were our people today, or that's Holmes tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I think we need to come up with one of these sort of amazing. We need to work on our catchphrases. That's all I'm trying to say.
Me and my mate Chris Brooks used to surf nude at Pakiri. You know what? That was the first time I went in as a kid. Parents took us up there in a combi van. and we were swimming amongst the waves, and then basically 2 naked women started jumping, frolicking within the waves. And I'm like, that's the first time I was like, oh my God, these guys got no clothes on. And I was like about 11, and I was like, wow, Parker Beach just stained in my mind. Some great feedback. Oh, totally. What a lovely, authentic lady. Love it. Thank you very much, Stacey. She was.
She really was awesome. I liked her kids too. And the fact that her husband was off to the side of the camera and she kept scolding him, which I completely relate to. Like, shh, shh.
Yeah.
I think she had quite good control of the situation.
100%. Everybody knows their place in that household, and it is whatever she tells you, which I like.
Yeah, the thing about when your mother's a sewer and she's around all that needles and threads and stuff, you better watch it, because she might just catch you with a pin when you're not watching. You know,
that's right.
She might, you know,
or your knitting needle.
We didn't have time, team, to talk about Joe Raj and talking about Shortland Street. Was that like a master class or what?
I love Jo. She is so great, and she's so fun to talk to about anything, and she always makes it interesting. It's quite interesting to figure out a little bit more about Shortland Street, and God, that sounds like a lot of work, writing all of that dialogue. 60 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's pretty interesting how she says that she sort of almost like channels these characters, and they speak to her almost like as a medium. She's dictating what they're telling her, and she's just listening. She's she's a conduit. I like that.
Big Logie, thank you very much. That's a nice little catchphrase. Corridor with the people.
Okay.
And the blessing. Do we have to do the blessing? Because that's potentially part of the catchphrase. Corridor te people.
Kia ora. Hey,
your camera angle's really up underneath your chin, isn't it? You're like,
yeah, I think we need to get him a wireless keyboard so we can just like bring him back from the production system. And because what's happening is, I mean, he's already got a good tan. He doesn't need a screen tan. He's not that Xbox kind of guy, from what I know. Are you a console guy, or you can console yourself in other ways?
Yeah, totally. Hey, can I just break in here quickly, Hans? We are launching a website possibly at the end of this weekend, next week. It's called talkback.co.nz. And from there, we're going to be extending the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just giving everybody a heads up. This is what's happening. We're asking for other hosts to come on board and do our shows from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight, Monday to Saturday. And if you think you would like to do a show, let me know. We'll put you through the audition process. It's pretty bloody easy. And then on the website and also on the social media, we would like people to, Thane needs a good moko. Kia ora. We need to, so we invite you to be a guest, or we invite you to be a host. So definitely do contact us. And it's going to be a rather exciting thing. So we're going to expand. We're cutting the our names out of it. And expansion is the plan, and she's going to be bubbled down to Talkback, everybody.
Yeah. So there'll be a few 1 hour slots available, and then obviously we'll have Talkback with Thane and Sophia still at the same time.
Yeah,
nothing changes with us, but we're giving it more life. We're going to round it out into different times of the day, and we're going to expand our little.
This guy's going to his own primetime slot. Bomber Bradbury's in. We've got the guys from the News Talk ZB Nutters Club. Hamish, he's going to be jumping on and doing an hour. We've got a whole lot of other people who are coming on board. So this is great news. So we're really going to be jumping online and taking Talkback and all this great interview stuff that we do every night to the next level. Now, a big question, where's Luke? Will he get his own show?
He will. He will actually. If what happens with Luke is, if he's sober, he does his hour. If he's incapacitated, we just tap into his live camera in his room and we torment him as he sleeps. It's all very simply done.
It's cut and dry.
It works. Last time we did that, we earned over $400 on him inebriated. it was a winning adage.
Mm. And can you confirm also, Sophia, the website looks great, doesn't it, that you're working on?
It looks amazing. So I'm building it at the moment, and it's going to be pretty cool. It's bright. It's not what you would expect for a talkback show. It's it's just a little bit fun. It's a little bit different. We're a little bit fun. We're a little bit different. It's a little bit jazzy. And it's going to be really. I'm going to really knuckle down this weekend and try and get it done by mid next week.
Okay,
How about
cool.
that?
Yeah. Oh, okay, guys. Well, listen, 10 o'clocks are rolling around. That's the end of my guests because we were supposed to have Kato Potato on the show tonight, but she had incredible migraine and couldn't join us. And she was supposed to burn 40 minutes with us. So I guess we look at Benny Mack and we ask, do you want to factualize yourself out of the next half hour? Or callers, do you want to jump on and do some open line talk back with Benny? Benny, I'll be happy to be your producer. And Sophia, I'm happy to give you the rest of the night off to go
I'm
and
going to go and do the website.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
So
That's very productive of you.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. And I might tap in if I need any info on the copy from you guys.
Yeah. So Michelle, Hayden, anyone, jump in. Benny Boys take an open line talk back, everybody. And from us, we'll see you live on Saturday because I've got a big show. We've got a TV reviewer of the Vaxathon. We've got the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron. They're launching a special collaboration with White Sailing, and this means you can get little kids into sailing, and I'm going to try and convince my two kids to jump into sailing. So we're speaking to a lovely lady about that, and we've got a couple of other guests.
You have 3.
Yeah, 3 of them to jump in. How early do you have to be to start sailing? Anyway,
you need to actually be able to be capable of knowing the basics of actually swimming is a really good start to actually be able to sail in a small boat. Floating, I mean, babies can float, right? Is your baby one of those floating babies?
She actually has done some swimming, and they have this little swim bus that used to come to their daycare, and you could sort of buy them swimming classes, and they learn to float and kick and do all that sort of stuff. But
hey, Michelle's asking, can we share something before you go, Thane? So yes, can you jump on now, Michelle, and share it? Please jump on, and we'll have a little bit of a chat here.
Turn the other conversation on your computer down, because otherwise the reverb.
I'm just gonna tap out for one moment. I'm just gonna. I'll be back in.
That's cool.
Sweet matey. How exciting! I'm glad we got our news out.
Oh yeah, you didn't tell me you were going to share the news. You big news sharer without asking a sharer.
Yeah, no worries.
Hear me?
We got you, Michelle. Welcome to the show. What's happening? What's your big news?
Hello, how are you, Rose?
Hi. What's happening?
I can't. My other computer's playing out, so I can't.
Sure
see you on the laptop.
Okay.
No, I just wanted to share something with you guys. In regards to my situation, I've been feeling unwell because I had to have a COVID test yesterday. Yes. A worker of mine turned up with cold and flu symptoms.
Oh no!
On Tuesday. Yep. She was wearing a mask, but that doesn't matter.
No.
And
she was supposed to be wearing a mask, though, right?
And apron and gloves.
Did you report her?
I did, but it's not up to. I would recommend that the company insist that she has a test.
Yeah. How are you been feeling?
Yeah. They can't enforce that.
How are you feeling?
Relieved that I'm negative.
Great.
Yeah.
But it has taken a bit of a toll on me because this happened on Tuesday, and I voluntarily I wasn't told to go and have a test. I voluntarily did it myself yesterday afternoon, and I got my results about 12 hours later. And also, even if you're negative, depending on the circumstances, you have to you may have to isolate for 14 days.
Yeah.
Even though you got negative. In my case, I'm up to shit without a paddle. You know, if I isolate myself in my house, I need daily care. Means nobody will come in. So I'm glad I'm not in that category, but it could happen.
Cool thing.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've got any plan for that. I mean, how would you get around that?
Well, now that they're thinking of lessening the number of people to go into MIQ and isolate at home, what does the disabled community do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's tough, isn't it? Even tougher upon tough.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. I wonder if they've got a plan for that. I mean, how would you get around it? Well, now,
hang on, Andrew. It was absolutely fine. I didn't mind it at all.
What does the disabled?
Sorry.
But what I'm saying is that when she arrived, I had her for about an hour because there were some urgent things I needed doing. So I spent most of that time outside while she was inside doing my work. And I was wearing a mask. That's how worried I was.
That's bad. They should not have sent someone who wasn't feeling well. She should have known better than to come to the house.
Office didn't know because these workers come straight from home.
Right.
We've got a message here. Don't despair, Michelle. There's got to be a solution. Slow as it may be, there's got to be a solution.
Right. It's okay.
Yeah. Anybody been stuck with the old post scam yet? I had the old post scam yet. You know, kind of like, hey guys, you've got a package here, and the track and trace package, blah blah blah. It's waiting for you. It needs your signature.
No.
Yeah, I've got that today. Oh, it's just, and then you look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, fantastic. Stop the clock.
Who is it?
I love that photo.
That's you, Michelle.
And?
That looks like you with your dad. Is it?
No.
Looks like John Rolls or something.
It is John Rolls. John Rolls.
Fuck yeah!
John
Rolls.
Hey, thanks for that, guys. I just needed to get something off my chest.
I'm glad you did.
Absolutely. I'm glad you did too, because that's not right, and it's you don't actually hear much about how they've got creative solutions for these sorts of problems.
So thanks for that. Thanks for that 5 minutes, guys. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Okay, Michelle. Thank you. Have a good one.
Michelle, if you want to stick around, we might have a chat with you a little bit later.
Yeah, sure. I will. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
See you tomorrow night.
All right. Well, all right. You stay there, Michelle. You guys. Here we go.
I recap, Dave.
I got the scam too. Great.
You know what? The truth of the matter is, I hate scams, but I also acknowledge the fact that there ain't nothing better than a great scam.
Yeah. I'm glad you acknowledge it.
You got to acknowledge it. I mean, if you were, in America, you might call it a sham or a scam.
Yeah.
Are there any Westies in the room?
Recap.
Westies in the room.
Is there
any Westies?
Caller?
Yeah. Does anybody live in Westie Town?
No, not
I
Westies.
used to. I went to Avondale College. Does that count?
Yeah, I live across the road from there.
Excellent.
Ooh, beautiful.
Roughly.
Beautiful. Avondale Markets. Who's been to the Avondale Markets?
Absolutely. I used to love that place. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, recap, Dave. Can you hear us? Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you.
Oh, mate, you've got your John Rolls mannequin.
That's not John Rolls.
Dr. Quinn, the mannequin. Tell us all about it, little guy. Talk like him.
Hello, I'll Star.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey,
Yeah.
have you ever been scammed, mate? Have you ever been the?
Yeah, I have. How did you know?
scam?
How did you know? I told Thane about. I sent Thane something, a scam artist on Facebook. I sent it to him today. Did he tell you?
You're joking? No, he
Are
didn't actually.
are you drinking a hot chocolate there? And is that on your face? You got it all over your face
Yeah,
there.
it's hot chocolate. It's one of
Oh, is
these
that
ones.
what that was? Oh
Look at
my
this at New
god!
World. New World, $3.99 for 10 of these caramel hot chocolates.
Well, that's a
Oh,
good deal, isn't it?
And
mate.
you've gone absolutely ham, haven't you? Let's see your little face.
I've had 3. I've
Look at that.
eaten. I ate 2 packets on the road, and
You ate them.
without any water. Yeah, and then I had one made one with coffee. Yeah, I had 3 of them.
Just to wash all the dust
For the
away.
last 3 hours. Yeah.
Well, you're going to need to go back and get a few more of those.
Yeah, I'll tell you how many are left. There should be 7 left. Let's see. 1, 2,
He's doing a
3.
little stock
1, 2,
take already 'cause he's
3,
getting
4,
nervous.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 6 there. 1, 2,
Well,
3, 4. I must have eaten 4. I must have eaten 2. I've had 2 and eaten 2. I can
Did
only
you
find
just
2
flap your undies? Are you wearing just your undies? Because you turned your camera around.
they're short. They don't move.
They're very short. All right.
No, they're long actually. Look.
All right. All right. That's a pass.
Okay, let's cut away from that angle.
I think Stacey's got a great point. I think you're high on caramel hot chocolate. You've forgotten how many you've had. You're telling us you've had 3. You've actually had 4. Now you're just, is that an honest
I've had 4. I must
He's huffing
have 6
them.
left. So I had 4. I find one of the. My bed's so messy. I can only find 3 of the packets.
Look, you know what? You're in trouble. That's only going to last you another day.
No, I don't know. It'll
Okay,
probably
good
last
job.
a few minutes. It might last a few minutes. No, it will last a day. Yeah, probably last a day. Sorry, no.
Hayden, welcome to the conversation.
Yeah.
There's Hayden. Hi, Hayden.
Hi, Hayden. Who's Hayden?
He's hiding.
Okay, so what
Okay.
you're going to need to do, Hayden, is you're going to need to mute or close your Facebook tab, but leave your studio.restream tab open.
And Thane, you told me about going on to Chromecast. I go through Chromecast on my phone. I press the top right-hand corner to go into Chrome and Google Chrome, and then it's much easier to get video and audio. Otherwise, if it's just on the normal one, it doesn't work properly. So people have to go. You go up right hand side with the dot, all the
Okay, buddy, listen, mate, you
the
are chewing
horizontal.
up fucking valuable airtime.
No,
Okay.
the
Just listen.
the vertical
Just make your point
the
and
vertical
hurry the
dots,
hell up.
3 vertical dots. The 3 vertical dots go down in the line.
Okay, buddy.
You tap on that and go to Chromecast.
Okay, buddy. I appreciate you. You've been a great caller. Just stand by there, okay? We're going to move to the chat. We're going to do some chat
You tap on that and go
interaction
to
with home
Chromecast.
viewers at home. And we're also going to do a little bit of online tech sort of service. Can you hear me, caller? Over. So Hayden, we're going to get you to work on your hardware there, brother. Shout out to Andrew David Kronk. That's hell of a cool ass name. He can get Kronk without even having to try because it's just who he is. Shout out to brother Hayden Brown, Selena Spain, and Stacey Hart, of course. I mean, go recap, Dave. People say
I'm
that
just
I
going
can
to go to
talk
the
a lot.
bathroom. I'll be back in a second on the panel. Give me
Okay,
2.
buddy. Yeah, bring in Michelle, mate. Bring in Michelle. She's kind of sane. Michelle, what do you reckon? Do you reckon recap Dave's just completely out of control?
Oh, got rid of him.
What's that, Michelle?
I said, get rid of him.
Hey, are you able to sort of wrench on the top of your computer screen there and bring that angle down at all, or is
No, I'm using the desktop. I've
Okay.
also got my laptop, which is good for seeing me.
What
But
have you got like a little webcam or something like that? How's
no,
it built in?
It's built in.
Okay.
It's built
cool.
in. But
Okay, cool.
the sound's not playing on the other one.
You know, your mic and your audio sounds pretty damn good. You know?
Yeah, but on the laptop, it's like shit.
Did you have any idea what Recap Dave was talking about?
Not a single word.
Did you switch off?
I switch off automatically.
That's what I was concerned about, Michelle. I was concerned that you were going to switch off. I was concerned that the viewers at home were going to switch off. I knew Dave wasn't going to switch off. That guy can go on for hours.
I just switch off in my mind.
I mean, he's fun, but I think we're going to bring him back on. Hopefully he's still here.
Yeah.
I love the guy. It's great having him on here. Recap Dave, I'm going to try and control the conversation. Is that okay with you, Dave?
Yeah. I love the guy. It's great having him. Oh shit.
He doesn't know what he's doing. He's trying. I mean, he's at it again. David Cronk, shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate you. Hey, you know what? I heard some people going off today about work ethic. You know,
yeah.
I love it when people can't pronounce things correctly. You got to have good work ethics. And that's what we're trying to do here. Now, Michelle, would you consider taking a time slot? What do you reckon? Do you reckon you could sort of spin?
Yeah, I reckon once a week. Yeah, no worries. Oh, you
once
mean
a week?
As a host?
Once a week's not going to cut it, girl. We need to get you. We need to get you working. We need to get you on the tools. I'm going to turn you into a pro podcaster. How am I going to do that? I'm going to do that through rigorous, daily, stringent exploitation. No, just joking.
Would you believe I don't even know what a podcast is?
I've got no idea whatsoever. I completely concur with you. It's sort of the undescribable. Recap, Dave. We've got a question for you, my guy. What is a podcast? What is a podcast?
Somewhat it's a video and audio of an interview or something.
I love this guy. That's a great answer. Did his internet cut out for everyone that was watching his? Thank you. Thanks, Recap. We'll bring you back when we've got more, when we need more concise information. So a podcast is hey, caller, Hayden, how you doing?
Hi, Hayden.
Hey, Michelle from Avondale.
How are you? Good to see you. Sorry you can't see me.
Is it working all right now?
I'll try.
It is working loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Hang on.
I was trying to get it before, but I had an issue, I think, because I'm on my phone. Now I've put it into the
tell
laptop.
me about it. It wants you to use Chromecast. The phone, it's minute. It's like working. It's like working inside.
I saw you got the eyes out last night, Benny.
Oh wait,
yeah, I got the eyes out last night, guys, like that. But to be honest, I squint a hell of a lot because I've got a lot of lighting in here. Like you can see all the lighting in the.
That's all I can do.
In the thing, and what happens is if I have all that light beaming into my retinas for like an hour or two straight, and the headphones on, I start getting searing migraine-style headaches. So I prefer to keep these on.
You're the fact checker, right?
I'm the fact checker. Some of our facts are not in fact factual. They're in fact factless.
So what was the number of female listeners that were increased by when you took the glasses off?
I think it increased. I think it increased exponentially. But what I'm going to need to do is get sort of like softer lighting in here. If I drop the lighting levels too low, I'm going to have to get an ibuprofen sponsor, and yeah. But yeah, I'm not getting paid enough yet, and I'm not willing to risk it. I'm like Bono, you know. I've got glaucoma.
But you're like the New Zealand version of Bono.
I'm like the New Zealand version of Bono. Caller, Selena Spain. Come in, Selena Spain. I believe we've got a new caller on the line.
I'm just listening to my show. Just kidding.
Superb. Selena Spain, welcome to the show. Do you happen to have a question or any comments that you'd like to make?
Yeah, I missed the part where the makeup lady, she's not showing up. So what happened with that?
Oh, there was actually a medical event. Yeah, she was suffering from a medical event where she had, as I was sort of alluding to earlier, a searing migraine headache coursing through the freaking prefrontal cortex, creating a compound of freaking, like, it felt like 400 tons of energy, like crushing down on the cranium.
Do you remember when tattooed makeup came in?
Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty bizarre.
Has anyone here undergone any invasive cosmetic beauty therapies?
I dyed my pubes. I dyed my pubes blonde.
Right. Okay. And you found that was quite an invasive procedure?
Yeah. Well, it was for a birthday present for my ex-girlfriend, and I thought it would be like quite funny when I showed it to her, like "Happy birthday," you know. My pubes are blonde.
Quite generous.
Yeah, and
you sound like a very generous lover. I just want to make that acknowledgement.
Well, a lot of people say I'm like the Casanova of Howard.
Wow. Someone actually used to call you old Casper pubes. Your pubic zone was like a ghost, white, platinum white.
That's
better. Yeah. Both sides.
I can see me now.
Hi, Michelle.
Oh, well, we can see you too, and you are looking splendid. All I want to do is stroke your hair.
Michelle from
it's growing out of proportion.
That's a nice way to put it.
Michelle,
I feel like that sometimes. Okay, so you did the birthday pubes. Well done. That was quite exploitative of yourself. I see why you would have done that. Anyone else have anyone else in the room undergone any invasive beauty therapies?
Well, can I speak?
Absolutely. Please,
yeah.
The floor is yours.
Well,
this is an open conversation.
It was invasive because it was an operation on each eye. So it's kind of happens. Yeah, it's caused by the sun and it's hereditary. It's called a pterygium.
Wow.
So they developed from when I was like 18 to about 28. So I got them removed at 28 years old. So that was a while ago now. But I had one done, and then the next done about 3 months later. But had to wear a patch and use 2 types of eye drops for about 2 weeks. And yeah, it was pretty gnarly because they had like dissolvable stitches, and you're actually wide awake when they're operating. So yeah, it was really just.
So Selena,
still, I'm not triggered by it, but yeah, it was pretty out of it, and it was at the Eye Institute, Auckland. So shout out to them; they were pretty incredible, really. So yeah.
And I can't believe it. With your eyebrows tattooed afterwards at the same time. They could actually offer that as a twofer. While we're here, sort of, but they could even do it one at a time. I don't know if that would be beneficial. That was. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate you. Thank you for going there. Michelle, and this is beauty as well. You know, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to delve into or pry into your medical history. This is more along the topic line of getting coagulum implanted into your cheekbones to create an illusion that you're actually an Egyptian cat. We've got is someone going like that? Yes, Michelle. Please just feel free to talk over me anytime. Shout at me if you'd like to.
I won't go too much into detail, but I've had Botox in my bladder.
Whoa.
Wow. So you cosmetically enhanced your bladder.
Exactly.
I quite like that. That's quite something to look into.
Is this a true story or?
No, it's a true story. I have what is called spina bifida, born with it, and I have no feeling below the legs, the waist.
So why would you do the
Botox? I'm in a wheelchair, but I don't call myself disabled.
But
I imagine it would be to aid in the functioning of those particular systems.
Yeah. But I don't see myself as being disabled. I am who I am, and no one can change it.
And we love you. We love you.
Thank you. I love you too, mate.
We love you just how you are. We wouldn't change you for a damn thing. That's for sure.
Thank you for that.
Good times. It's actually beautiful to have all these people in here, and anyone else in here. I mean, recap. I mean, I know that you could probably talk until the cows come home. What about you? Would you take on a show? Would you get on the network? You know, I mean, you've got a unique perspective on things.
I haven't got enough brains. You've got more brains than me, Benny.
Look, I hate to sound obnoxious, Dave. You're a very gracious guy. You know that it comes from the heart, and you're great. You've got a great sense of humor, my guy. That's what I like about you. Very genuine.
Hey, what is the words MVA? If I say MVAWA, what does it mean to you?
MVAWA.
Yeah.
More voices ask weird answers.
That's a good reply.
Or motor vehicle accident, West Auckland.
What was that one?
Motor vehicle accident in West Auckland.
Aha, perfect.
That's a good one.
That's like a police call sign.
No.
We got MVAWA 10-4, Great North Road, and
in my younger years, I used to do CB. A friend of mine did CB radio. Loved it.
Ooh, CB radio.
Yeah.
Shit.
What I actually thought about was Michelle from Avondale, Wayne Anderson.
She's not interested in Wayne.
Please don't use my name and his name in the same sentence. I don't like Wayne Anderson.
Fair enough. Now, Selena Spain.
But you said motor vehicle accident in West Auckland.
Is that what it stands for? MVAWA?
What does it stand for? MVA? I don't know.
Well, it could be either motor vehicle accident West Auckland.
Yep.
Or Michelle from Avondale.
Yeah. I've lived in Avondale for 33 years.
Was it Michelle from Avondale, West Auckland?
Yeah.
Michelle from Avondale, West Auckland. Mavwa. Now, Selena
Michelle
Spain.
From Avondale, West Auckland, but from is spelled with a V.
I will share a secret. Most people call me Trouble.
I'm trying to stay out of trouble.
I'm
Okay, I'm going to. I've got a big question. That's a big burning question because we are trying to. Thane is producing this whole new, and Sophia.
Yeah.
I mean, freaking Sophia is the part of the machine.
Executive producer.
Machine. They're the machine. They've machined themselves. So we're out of the machine. We're a different part of the mechanism. But those guys are the actual sort of gadoosh. They keep it running. But they're trying to crank up even other bigger, cooler, maybe not cooler, but different. like recap Dave. But hey, Selena Spain.
Yeah.
I know that you've got all this knowledge up in your cranium floating around, podcast and freaking media.
I don't have my own podcast because I've always been in the background supporting other people and doing the editing and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm kind of something really weird is happening to me, and I'm being more creative and just I don't know if it's to do with lockdown or it's a bunch of things. But yeah, I'm getting into video lately, and yeah, I mean I have some ideas if I can audition for it to be a host. Yeah, I would like that.
Well, I reckon it's definitely worth a shot. That's damn sure. I reckon everyone should get in there. Even if you don't want to do the whole hour, just guest slots here and there.
Yeah.
Find your groove.
Oh
figure
my
out
God,
something you like.
Dave.
I mean, like what we could do for Dave, I reckon what we could do is get everyone at home to send in different kinds of powdered beverage.
Ugh.
Could be soup.
Dave's show should be about cats. Everyone send in their cat videos to Dave.
Cat vids. Could do. Now is there anyone in chat, or have we got everyone out of the chat room into the talkback? 949 that's an 021 number. Get on the line. 021 945 555. We're talking live. Get on the line. It's the big 5.
And then what Dave does is he rates people's cats, and then he also comes up with names for them. That's not the actual name, but he can name them something else.
That would actually be quite good. And what we could do is what I'd like to actually see is we did this money raising thing where we raised a ton of cash money. I like the idea of buying people's animals off them, bribing them, taking the animal, changing the name like you suggested. I thought that was a really interesting angle that kind of almost gave me the idea.
Dave comes up with a name for them based on what he sees.
Yeah, and if we like the cat, we offer the cash. We take the beloved
we'll buy your cat for $50 New Zealand. And then they're like, no. Then we're like, okay, we'll go on to the next caller.
What do you reckon, Selena? Do you reckon that would fly?
Yeah, I do.
Is that a cat? Have you got a cat? Is that been taxidermied?
It's a peacock feather.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So, Michelle has a pet. Yeah.
Apologies. Is that a taxidermied pet, or is that
not quite?
analog?
Not quite.
Is that a stunt cat?
Hang on. Oh, hang on. Wrong way. Here we go.
Oh, it looks much better now.
Stunt cat.
It looks like those big cat slippers.
Runs on a battery.
And what does it do? Does it roll around?
No, the heart goes up and down.
Oh.
So what's the name of that cat? What's the name of that cat?
Probably Daisy number 2, because there's a hospital cat in Waitakere Hospital that's there every single blimmin' day.
Called Davy number 1.
She's got her own website, and it's the same colour as my one.
And that's Davy number 1. So what we need to do is get Dave to rename that cat, because you can't have Davy number 2.
No.
If there's already a Davy number 1 out there.
Oh, fair. Daisy.
Daisy, Davy.
Daisy. Isn't a flower.
Sounds like we've got the cat cops in here telling people what they can and can't do about the naming conventions for cats. You're quite strict on cat names, aren't you? You really want to change them up and buy those animals off. You're almost kind of like a cat poacher. You're almost trying to poach people's... You're a fucking pet poacher.
And what we could do is we could call his podcast Homeless Cats.
Oh my God.
And have cat soup.
Jesus.
There's a lot of cats in my neighborhood.
Hey, Benny, well, you know how many people are into cats? Because those are the most watched videos on YouTube. Imagine if Dave became the most watched person on YouTube.
Hey, this checks out. Stranger things have happened, like Bitcoin. I'm willing to.
It would be riveting.
I'm looking into selling all my shit, investing in Recap Dave.
He could like list all his items he needs to get rid of, and then the whole hour just auction them off.
I know. I think he's sitting on a ton of stuff there. Dave, are you on the line? Sorry, Michelle. We're going to see if we can bring him through. Feel free to mute your mic.
And we can do Tuesday, 7:30.
We might have lost him, but he's probably taking this all in. He's sitting on an absolute gold mine. I've got a feeling that there's women's days in there from 1987, and you know that stuff's... He probably hasn't even opened them up and read them. They're probably in crisp, pristine condition. Maybe a bit of puma piss on them. I'm not too sure, but he's probably got a whole lot of antiquities in there. What are your thoughts?
Probably got nerd pictures of Lana
Cockcroft. I'd say so. I'd hope so.
They'll be worth a little bit.
I mean, we're trying to get Steve Parr on the show. I don't think we should be talking about his co-host like that. But they could be there. Selena, have you got any idea? What do you think would be his first marketplace listing if we could try and prize something out of his lounge room?
I have a feeling he may have an undiscovered J.H. Lynch picture. You know, the
very specific
70s artwork, the pretty girl with dark hair. J.H. Lynch.
We'll look it up. It up. Or could you, if Selena Spain, if you could look that up, do you understand the screen sharing functionality? If you've got that, maybe you're on your phone. Not a biggie if you're on your phone.
I'm on my phone, but
it's easier on a laptop, so don't worry about it. Hey, can you turn your phone sideways? Let's see if we can.
I tried. Look, it says upside down, but why?
Let's just leave it like that for now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just leave it. There you go. Thank you. And we will. Yeah.
I don't know.
So we've already got one. We've already got one podcast down. It's going to be the homeless cat podcast with Recap Dave.
Poor Thane Kirby, you know. Poor guy wants to go to sleep. He's wondering, you going late? You keeping this thing going? Is the chat? Is there anyone talking in the chat? Is that working? It's frozen at 22:15.
Yeah, I can't type in the room. I don't know why.
Guys, I think we've actually done it. I think we've cracked the motherfucking matrix.
Okay.
Neo would be proud. It's 10:34 p.m.
Yeah,
we could be going up all night, but I think it's important for us to, get in the groove, catch that
and
thing.
Tomorrow, vaccinate.
One last question: Have any of you guys started watching Squid Game?
Not yet.
No, not at
all. I've got one episode to go, I think.
Okay. Have you been watching it with subtitles or with the American dub?
No, like the Korean with the subtitles.
I heard just the first part is a little bit disturbing, but then it gets easier to watch after the first bit. So I don't really want too many disturbing images echoing in my head.
That's
Is it just
disappointing.
the first bit?
But I don't think it's as good as Black Mirror, man. Like Black Mirror is way better.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
I'm gonna go for it.
We've got something in chat here from Melissa Matthews. She's going to help us wrap out the show with her opinion. And this is her opinion. Selena Spain, if you could read that, please.
I'll just have to zoom in.
Oh, no, if you can't see it, it's fine.
Ashley,
Oh, here we
this
go.
one?
Yeah. Take it away.
Okay. Quite small, Hannah. Ashley Bloomfield's talk with Mike Hosking was quite insightful for a change. Once we get to 90% full fax rate, it's anyone's good game, it seems.
Okay, well, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Dave.
Hey, look, it's Norm MacDonald. Rest in peace, Norm.
Can we see Puma before we go?
Oh, yeah.
Quite possibly. Have we still got that graphic up there of Norm MacDonald at the?
He does look a little bit like Norm MacDonald
at the Dodgers game.
That's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. He's okay. So we're on with recap. Dave here. You are live, my guy. How's your night been? All right.
Right.
Good night, folks.
Good night, Michelle. Thanks so much
Dinner
for coming
time.
here.
Dinner. I haven't had dinner yet.
Okay, we'll let you go. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, perfect.
Bye.
Super Saturday.
Bye. Hang on. Oh, God.
We're going to be raising money on Super Saturday, guys. I was actually thinking of coming up with a sort of this fundraiser thing where we actually earn money and then we give it back out again. We start giving all the money away on the show. Yeah. Okay, recap, Dave. Do you have that animal? Because we are actually trying to buy up some livestock. We want to see what your cat looks like again, because we think we might want to make it up.
It's not here at the moment. It's not here. It's gone out.
Oh, well, we can't. We need to see the merchandise if we're going to make an offer.
No, I'm not selling it.
A thing for your show.
That's what they all say.
Nothing is getting sold.
Everything has a price.
I know, but nothing.
We've come up
We want
with
to
a name.
examine your cat. We want to weigh your cat.
It's not
we
really
want
my
to rename
cat.
it and rehouse it in a homeless shelter.
No,
Okay?
it's not
Tom
my.
Cruise
It's not
is our
home. It's
benefactor.
got a home. It's happy. It's happy. It's got a home. It's got owners. I'm not the owner. It just likes me because I feed it and it likes my company. You know, it likes my music and.
We've got a generous angel investor benefactor, and you could actually be into quite a substantial windfall if you play your cards right. And right now you're.
I don't. It's not my. It's not my cat to give away.
No, but what we want you to do is to look at the cats, have a look at them.
Yeah, we're just trying to price them up.
So you can.
I don't
have
want
a
them
look
to
at
get other new owners. They don't belong to me.
We're just implying it. We're not actually. We're just implying.
And they're not homeless. He's thinking they're homeless. They're not homeless. They've got homes. They're very, very.
This is the name.
Domesticated.
They're fed and sheltered.
Domesticated, and they're
what you
very.
need to do, Dave. I've got a challenge for you. Is this something? I'm going to think we're going to wrap the show up. Is that what we got to do, Thane?
I've got a homeless one over here.
You're all good. You're all good. You're all good.
What we want you to do is actually purchase some catnip for your livestock because we want to see it go on live stream. Don't feed it any.
Say that again.
Give it a piece of dust just to sort of tune its nose in, but we need to actually see it.
So we're not going to buy them. We're not going to buy them to start off with. Like, to start off with, we're just going to get the pictures of them and change the name.
Are we having fun yet, guys? Let's go.
Since Dave called the cat food biscuits, I've been saying biscuits since he called the cat food biscuits.
Oh, right.
Biscuits.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to say the cat food, or you don't have to say cat biscuits. You just say biscuit.
Like, instead of like, kitty, do you want some bickies? Do you want some biscuits?
That's powerful branding.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a trademark name. That was a trademark name, and that no other company can use that name, even though if they don't make biscuits anymore, they might still have the trademark copyright. You know?
Yeah, but I think that I think that it has fallen into that seven-year sort of stage where you actually could have that in
No, you
perpetuity.
can't. Well, if it's trade, it can be copyright for a long time. I think it's 50 years for music, but I think for patent on names it can be forever. I'm not sure, but don't quote me. I don't know, but just Google search if biscuits are still around. Google search if biscuits. I haven't done that.
All we need to do to change the copyright on something is change 3 main things about it, okay? So what if we change the thing from bis, we need to just change it up.
The font.
Maybe we call it something about dogs.
Hmm.
The font.
Hey, hear me out. What if he goes down to Sylvia Park, takes a picture of Puma, his cat, puts it on the T-shirt, and underneath he puts Puma, and walks around, let's say Sylvia Park, Manukau shopping centre. Someone comes up to him and says, "Hey, that you can't have that copyright," and he goes, "No, this is my cat, Puma."
And use the image of the cat. I think it sounds genius, guys. I think it's absolutely
exactly.
We've had a good night tonight, everyone. I think we're going to wrap it up because we're
a lively bunch.
We are a lively bunch, guys. We've got some information coming in here through the earpiece. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a great night. Have we got any ads that we can play? Is this Lover Pie? These are your
Talkback with Thane and Sophia wants to put you in the draw for a box of Lover Pie pies. Here's the incentive. We want to grow this beautiful community. All you got to do is share the show. Share the show on Facebook. One share is one entry into a delicious box of Lover Pie pies that will draw this Friday.
Okay, these were your presenters, Take a screen grab because, why wouldn't you? Big show tomorrow, Super Sunday, Saturday? Super Saturday. Yeah, it's on the paper. It's going to be huge. We're going to be restreaming it here. We actually talked to them. They've given us the rights. They've said, yep, tap into all our feeds, tap off it. What we're going to do is we're going to turn it into a fundraising event. All the money that flows in, we're going to push it back out, and we're actually going to pay you. But hey, it might not work. I've got to call up the Justice of the Peace again. I haven't been able to get them on the line. I want to give away Bitcoins. They say you can't do it. All I'm hearing is they're saying it's against the Lottery Commission. It's against this and that. Okay, hands off. It's not happening. Don't listen. This is actually a disclaimer. The views and opinions of the hosts on the show don't necessarily reflect those of the production of this show. This is a satirical production in nature. Thusly, the characters and events portrayed in this video are for entertainment purposes only.
Benny.
This is Norm
Question.
Cruz. Yeah. Go right
Do you
ahead.
still have those sketches you did of the NFTs when Brookhard Smith was on the show?
We have actually, yeah. Is that Cruz image still up, or is that cleared screen? Yeah, I believe that we have got the image, those NFTs. We've got them in a safety deposit box. They have been scanned by a 30 megapixel scanner, and they have actually been entered into the archives, the New Zealand Heritage Archives, and we've had a great show, everybody. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to let you guys go now. We appreciate you. You guys going to call up again real soon?
Bye.
Yeah.
You're going to call in again?